Hi everyone, for today's look I'm just doing this kind of sad green girl, and if you'd like to know how I achieved this look then please keep watching. So as always I'm going in with my glass skin primer to start the makeup process and to make sure my skin is nice and ready. I'm then going in with my Got It Haunted palette, and I'm going in with the white and the green shade and just buffing that into my face with a face sponge. As it wasn't as minty as I'd like it to be, I went in with my SFX palette and put some blue on the face just to make it more of a minty kind of colour. Once I'd done all my face and my neck, then went in with my translucent powder and just set everything so it was ready to go with my different shadows, and it just didn't move. For eyebrows today, I actually used my Revolution Pro liquid eyeliner, as obviously from my last video I thought brown would look really good with this, so I decided for a black brow. As always, sisters, never twins. Then going in with my Be Perfect Stacey Marie Carnival palette, I started with the shade Funky, and I kind of patted it on in like a kind of a semicircle shape, as I didn't want it to be on the full eye. I wanted it to be kind of a cartoony kind of look, so I just patted it on and tried blending it at the same time in that kind of semicircle. Once I packed all the colour on, I then went in and started blending out all the edges just to make sure there wasn't any rough parts and it was all blended together. To brighten up the lid, I then went in with the shade Pep Talk, which is a really bright pink, just to like make sure there's no like see-through edges and it all just blended together. This is my favourite pink and it's so bright and it's just amazing from the palette. Once again, as I've done that, I just blended out all the edges. Blending is really your best friend when you're doing eye looks and just looks in general, so just make sure you blend everything as you're going along. And then went in with my Pretty in Pink palette in So Fluffy, just to add a bit of glitter to the eyelid, and I just popped this on with a flat brush. Darken up the outer corners, I went in with the shade Persuasion, which is kind of like a dark pinky purple, and just to darken the outer corner of the lid to make it look a bit smoky. I clearly love that song too much. I then went in with the shade Lights Out, which is the black in the palette, and smoked out that outer corner eye even more. Once I got it to the right like smokiness that I wanted to, I then started doing a big wing. As always, my wings are always sisters, never twins, so I might get there by the end of October to have a straight wing, but who knows. Just to add a bit more depth to the eye, I then went in with the shade Wasted, which is the bright purple in the palette, and I just put this right at the start of the wing and in the inner corner, just to kind of add a bit of depth and kind of make like a halo effect eye. As I was doing this, I was kind of tapping on the product and then blending it out, just so it was all blended together and there weren't any harsh edges. I then decided to contour my face, so I just went in with the shades Nuke and Showboat, which is kind of the like dark green and the turquoise colour, just to add a bit of contour to the face. I did this with a little eyeshadow blending brush, and then I went in with my powder brush with a bit of translucent powder on it and just blended it into the skin a bit more. And then made some fake freckles with my Revolution Pro pigment in hot pink, and just added these just to my nose area and the middle of my cheeks. Once I'd done this, I then blended it in, like patted them down with a beauty sponge, just to make sure that they're not too dotty, as you say. Then going back into Wasted, I put this all under my eye and brought it out a bit more just so my eye looked bigger and created more of a cat eye effect. Once I'd packed all the colour in, I then just blended it in with my blending brush just to make sure it wasn't too harsh and it didn't look really messy. I then went in with a white pencil just in the waterline as I wanted to make sure that my eyes looked bigger. And then I went in with a white liquid liner and just filled in the gap that I was making bigger, obviously, just to make sure my eyes looked bigger and just more cartoony. For lashes today, I used Blaise by Cosmetics. I mustn't have been feeling an eyelash fantasy today, as these were a challenge to get on and they kept digging into the middle of my eye. But as you know, I am a profesh, and I went through it and I got there eventually. For lipstick, I went in with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics lipstick in Baby Spice. This is the brightest pink I have, and I just thought it would go with the full Barbie girl fantasy, even though she looks like an alien, but it was very pink and girly, and I just thought it went really well with the look. And then went in with my Revolution Pro pigment in Ocean Blue just to create some cartoony like tears. So I drew them out with the pomade with just a small angular brush just to create a crying sad effect. Then I went in with my SFX palette, just with the blue in that palette to fill it in. Then using some white paint from that palette, I added some white bits on it to make it look more watery and cartoony. And that is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. See you later.